Hello and welcome to video 3 on dementia and distress behaviours. Yesterday I talked about what gets us upset, annoyed, even angry, and how do our emotions affect that and how do we control it? So what can we do? In today's video I'm going to be talking about lack of good judgment and how lack of good judgment can distress somebody with dementia. So first of all, let's look at ourselves. What is a lack of good judgment? Well, often a lack of good judgment is about making some decisions that would appear to be unwise to other people. Something we may do, I don't know, let's take, if somebody came to your door and you answered it after they knocked and they said to you, I've got this fantastic Ferrari, if you give me £100, the car's yours. You know straight away that this Ferrari does not cost £100. So therefore there has to be some kind of scam or con. One of the things that we all get at the moment is phone calls for PPI, texts, knowing that actually you want PPI, you can do it yourself. You don't need somebody else to you pay for it. Paying somebody else might be seen as an unwise decision because they're actually benefiting when you could benefit a lot more. So how does a lack of good judgment work for somebody with dementia? Well, we again have to go back to basics, that somebody who has dementia, we've got this awful disease that's destroying particular parts of the brain, and one of the first places it destroys is their logic thinking, working simple things out like words, how to count money, how to buy something in the correct manner. Well, often you'll find people with dementia that it affects them in a way that is out of character of normal. So again, if we look at the kind of things that happen is, if they were to go out the front door and walk on the road, we know that if we walk on the road, there is traffic. What does this traffic do? It goes fast. Judging speed isn't always easy for somebody who hasn't got dementia. But somebody with dementia would not be able to judge the speed of that car. Therefore, may look and think, I can cross the road. If they go to cross the road with this very poor lack of judgment, we know what's going to happen. If the car doesn't stop in time or the truck, it's going to hit them, they're going to get injured, and worst case scenario is one of our loved ones is going to get hurt, possibly dead. Other things, we have scam artists go back to the Ferrari. If somebody came to your house, let's say you've got dementia and don't understand what they're trying to sell you, the lack of good judgment is that you become a victim because they know that they can now look at you and say, do you know what, you really don't understand what I'm doing. So if I give you an idea, locally we know that a company went to somebody with dementia who was living at home and told them that they could, believe it or not, spray their roof with this fantastic spray that NASA used because it's so good to protect its space rockets going into space. And with this spray on your roof will not leak ever. It's a lifetime guarantee. Well, that sounds plausible, apart from the fact is, if NASA were using it, would they actually give it to a company locally in West Midlands? Probably not. So therefore, the fact is that you can be scammed out of thousands because people believe that you're vulnerable. So lack of good judgment means that sometimes that person will make an unwise decision, but having an unwise decision doesn't mean that it's not the correct decision sometimes. We have to work out in which way it's correct, that it's not correct, and how that unwise decision is actually affecting someone. So sometimes we need to look a bit deeper. Is it, like I said, they've just forgot something, can't find it? Or is it actually that lack of good judgment in their decision making? Thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow for video 4 and we'll be discussing more about dementia and distress behaviours.